Good evening, folks. There we go. Much better. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a, as usual, short stream. Eventually, I'll be back into the state that I'll need to be in order to do longer streams. No, today is not that day, but I'd like to do a little bit nonetheless. Oh, the question is... Oh, God. That's what time the thought was. The question is... what to play on the ladder? What to play? That is a good question. I'm not 100% sure. I'm just looking at the way they do the fonts here. And I managed to get the same font that they use for Hearthstone, but it needs a stroke edge on it. I don't think it's possible for me to do that by default, which is unfortunate. It'd be awesome if I could. That would look great. But never mind. I don't know what the gimmick's gonna be. We could make a new one, or we could try one of the existing ones. I am very much looking forward to the new mage secret. That's gonna make things very interesting. Definitely looking forward to that one. And of course, the addition of a new weapon to Master at Arms. That's gonna be great. 2 more weapons. Oh, yes. Oh, bounce. Bounce doesn't... if I want to tank my ladder ranking, then bounce is a great way to do that. I was thinking ultimate spell-powered druid, but I'm like, no, that's... I don't know. I don't think that necessarily works all that well. It does allow for silly moonfires. I will give you credit for that. If it buffed up Claw and Bite, now that would be sick. That would be amazing. And of course, I cannot wait for my Death Rattle Druid deck's gonna be good. Looking forward to that. All Taunt's really bad. Like, we could try making it, but... ultimately, you've got to think, well, what does All Taunt prevent? Ton of damage to the face. Yeah? Okay, so how do you benefit from that? It's difficult. Very difficult. I need more spots. Look at this. Look at this nonsense. Oh, I'll get rid of Heal to Death. There we go. All Taunt with Priest. That's just designed to annoy people to death, isn't it? That's not even a thing. It is good against... it's probably very good against Zoo, I'd imagine. How many taunt cards are there in the game? I'm interested to know. I think you probably have to do it with a Druid, considering... Druid is just silly for taunts. I mean, God, look at all this stuff. You get that. I mean, there are actually so many taunts in the game, as you can see. Most of them are terrible. Like, you get all the good Druid ones... you'd probably toss... yeah, I mean, you wouldn't toss Mark of Nature it, would you, really? I don't know if you... I don't think you would, because you'd already kind of had that. So, you'd probably toss Shield Bearer in. You wouldn't toss Goldshaft Footman in, because it's terrible. You wouldn't put Frostwolf Grunt in. You wouldn't put Sun Fury Protector in, because everything already has this. This is bad. This is bad. This is mostly bad. This obviously doesn't apply because everything else has Taunt anyway. This is bad for a Druid. This is ultimately fairly bad. This is okay. This is okay. This is bad. This is okay. This is bad. This is good. Then, like, just at the end of it, you just put Black Knight in for no fucking reason. Now, you see... I don't know, like, that's where you put in Magma Rages and you really go to town with that, but the problem with Magma Rages is obviously they die to, like, everything ever. So that is in itself a problem. Somehow we missed Hogger. He has to go in there. This would be... that would be how I'd roll with a full taunt deck. And I would ignore the Goldshire Footman and the Frostwolf Grunt and the 2 Beast taunts because they're awful. You'd ignore that for obvious reasons. And that. And Dread Corsair because it's bad. A Tauren Warrior, if you buffed it, might be okay. Like, if you put a Mark of the Wild or a Mark of Nature on it, it would probably be alright. I think if you've got that many taunts, you've got to put Direwolf Alphas behind that, surely, and maybe use, like, raid leaders. Because then, if you do that, they're really hard to kill, and you actually get better stat lines. Whereas you otherwise wouldn't. So you'd have to... You have to take something out of this to let you get those buffing creatures. I'd maybe take the marks out, I suppose. Because they're not directly taunt creatures. If you want to stick to that. Because we're not taking Sun Furies for the same reason. Or Defender of Argus. And then you take... like, 2 raid leaders. And you take... 2 Direwolf Alphas. If you've got those, then suddenly it maybe sucks slightly less-ish. Kind of. The fucking curve on this thing, look at it. Oh my god. 8 5-drops in there. Yeah, okay. If you get to the late game, you're probably okay. As you could actually have an Ancient of War be a 10-5 instead of a 5-10 taunt, because everything else is already taunt. Get a few of them down, throw the Cenarius down for the 2-2 buff. Yeah. 2 shield bearers to keep you going. Yes. If I was gonna do that gimmick, which is absolutely stupid, and clearly isn't going to work in any way, I'd probably do it that way. As I think you need those... The reason you don't take a raid leader for the most part is, 1, you probably don't have enough creatures, and 2, it's too easy to kill. Put it behind 3 taunts, it's suddenly a lot harder. You can still take it out with a spell, but... I don't know, I think you take a bit of punishment in the first couple of turns, get down the Warden or the Shield Master, and then start building up behind that. I mean, we could try it. There's not many stealth cards. There's not yet anyway. Once all the next cards are in, it's probably viable to do a full stealth gimmick. Yeah, there is also no card draw at all of any fucking description. I'm afraid. Let's try it. All right. We'll call it the Shield Wall. There we go. I do not anticipate this winning a single match. We'll give it a try. There's no way. Like, it has no card draw. It's not got enough punch. It's gonna be fucking terrible. And that's, like, the annoying thing is, like, what you can do with your... Druid doesn't synergize well with having a lot of taunts. I think about it, you know, what do taunts do? Taunts do 2 things. They protect very fragile support creatures, and they protect your face. What's the benefit of protecting your face? You stay alive. You can use your health to take on stuff you otherwise wouldn't be able to take on. As a druid, you can't do that, though, because you don't have the fucking attack power. Now, this is a problem right here. Like, this needs to be dealt with. That, I don't think, is much of an improvement, strangely enough. Oh my god. Winning is not the goal, no. Well, winning is kind of the goal. Like, it's a nice bonus. If you get any wins with something like this, then you can safely mock the person in question for losing to something like that. I'm a little bit too high rank for any of this to work. In fact, to be honest, though, like, even if you go down to rank 20, all you'll find is bad Miracles and bad Zoo Warlocks. Do we coin Direwolf Alpha? No. No, we don't. Probably coin Mogashan and then double Direwolf Alpha next turn for a 3-7, which is the ultimate value. Now, of course, I'm a bit sad they didn't coin Direwolf Alpha, but we just regularly play Direwolf Alpha. Will it survive a turn, or will it get lightning bolted? Let's find out. No, it's gonna get hit with an axe. Okay, that's obviously a problem as well. Should've waited. I don't know where my next StarCraft stream is. I don't have a clue. It's not something that I can answer. StarCraft's pretty stressful and draining, and right now I can't deal with it. When I'm through my treatment, I've got like, I think I've got a week and a half left. Then maybe I can do it. Oh shit. Incoming. Horrendous damage. Alright. Direwolf Alpha. There we go. Unexpected. Do I hit it? I guess I hit it. I'm not going to be taking much damage to the face, am I? There's the Stealing Priest deck. I've seen the list for that. It's okay. It doesn't... There's not quite enough cards, in my opinion, to really do that gimmick and commit to it fully. I'd rather, like, not answer health questions on the stream today. We get them, like, every time I stream. All I think you need to know is I'm well enough to do some streams, so that's cool. Alright. Fen Creeper. Pretty good in this situation. There you go, have a 4/6 taunt. Why not? I guess it gets some pretty good trades with some of the more decent high health minions. As for the logic behind the Direwolves, it's a case of taunts generally have pretty bad stats, and things like Direwolf Alphas and Raid Leaders are very easy to kill, but if you put them behind a wall of taunts, they're a lot harder to get at.
What to do?
Who's the rock fighter weapon? Wow. He's going for it.
The light protects me.
That's a lot of shit he's dropped on the board. Oh dear. How good are my trades? You know, strangely enough, I'm trading pretty well right now. I'm not going to be able to maintain that. I think we have to drop the Lord of the Arena there. If the P.O. box is closed, you still accept try again. Letters written to you. Well, no, because we don't have anywhere to send them. Well, I guess that is one way of efficiently dealing with that. It's okay, we have the Ancient of War next turn. How much more bullshit taunt nonsense can we drop on the board? We need good trades. If we keep getting good trades, this might actually work. We will see. This is terrible. This is not a remix I want to listen to. To be fair, he's gonna have to throw a lot of shit at that to kill it. Silence is kind of annoying. The explanation for closing the P.O. box was put on SoundCloud like 5 months ago. Okay, we could drop another Ancient of War. Do we drop the Battle Ancient at this point? I don't know, I'm tempted to drop the Battle Ancient. But we can't get... Well, yeah, well, it depends if he kills it this turn. He's got, what? 2, 4, 6. I mean, he's got enough to kill that. But probably not to kill the Battle Ancient. Alright, we're bringing out the Battle Ancient. Here we go. This shit's about to get real. And just in case, an additional Shield Bearer to protect it. Why? Because if we can break through and take a third of his fucking health, that's pretty good. We'd have to get our damage in when we can with this deck. And he doesn't have a lot of damage on the board, so this is an opportunity. And also, if we can keep the taunts coming, that thing won't die. Alright. Let's see how he answers this. Man, I wish I had a raid leader right now. That would be amazing. The only time anyone's ever actually said that. Alright, Battle Tree is ready to go. What's your response, Mr. Shaman? He evidently does not have a Hex. If he did, he would have dropped it right on top of that guy. Either that or he's thinking about which one to Hex. To be fair, I'd be hexing the 10-5 immediately if I had the opportunity. As your Drake out. Goes for the draw. That is a lot of taunt. Oh, shit. Oh, no, 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 no! No 5, no 5, no 5. Fuck! Ah! Well, that's GG. Fucking buffed up lightning storm. Fuck my life. Ah. Alright. Druid of the Claw in bear form, naturally. Armor up. It was a decent attempt. I think he top decked, yeah, he top decked the Lightning Storm. And got the 5 roll. Fuck me. Yes, we know that most players go for the 5-10. Most players also don't play an all taunt deck, so the logic is kind of invalid. Oh, and now he has a fucking Hex. Alright. Interesting. Okay, this is GG now. It was going fairly well, all things considered. He's got too much on the board. Senjin Shieldmaster and Sunwalker. There we go. That will be hard to break unless he has yet more hexes. Yeah, the taunt deck isn't in any way promising. I wouldn't play the... You don't play the Tauren Warrior in this situation, because all he does is run his 3-1 right into it, trades it, and then gets a healing totem he can attack with. You would never play the Tauren Warrior in a situation like this. You would be absolutely destroyed. But I don't know, I see some potential with it, like, in terms of getting good trades and forcing him to, like, trade 2, maybe even 3 creatures into 1. If you get all the good ones out on the right curve, then maybe. Maybe it works. I'm still not convinced, though. Come on, make your mind up. Mush mush. Oh, he's using the 6-1 to kill it. Yep, I guess that works. Can't be efficient enough, I'm afraid, by the looks of it. Yeah, that storm was a bitch. It was going okay. If that storm hadn't been top decked, then I probably would have been able to do something with this. Well, at least he didn't get to attack with his totem. Oh, that's GG.
I can see.
That sucks.
Well played.
We will try again. There's not enough space in the deck for the ramping. Like, either you've got to take out all the buffing stuff, which I think might be valid. You maybe take out the Raid Leaders and the Direwolf Alphas, you replace them with 2 Innovates and 2 Wild Growth so you can get the bigger ones on the board faster. But outside of that, you've got no space in the deck, because it's a taunt deck.
Your soul shall be mine.
And if you wanted to stick completely strictly to the gimmick and not pick and choose, then you would end up with 30 taunts, all of which would be terrible for the most part. This is not a good hand at all in any way. I'm probably already dead against a Warlock if he's playing Zoo. Well, he doesn't have a turn 1 drop. Or a turn 2, because, I mean, he's coin. So I guess he might be playing Handlock then. Which could be a problem. As if he goes... If he taps here, he's probably going to go turn 3 Twilight Drake. Ancient Watcher. Okay. He's got his own taunts. Alright. Well, I've got nothing I can fucking play. Yeah, I think after this we take the raid leaders out and we take the Direwolf Alphas out. And then we play the Innovates and Wild Growths instead. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to... If you run it with a warrior, you obviously lose all of the druid-specific really good taunts, but you do gain weapons. So you can do a lot of pretty fun shit with that. Okay, well, we have no way to actually activate the Tauren Warrior, so dropping the Sen'jin makes sense here. But yeah, this is a hand lock, without question. So expect fucking giants and all sorts of horrible stuff very, very soon. I should probably do a deck list overlay, but I don't know if I can do a good one. Well, he has better taunt than me. GG, well played. We're done. Right. Yeah, that's gonna kill that immediately and leave it with 3 health. Fucking hate the Ancient Watcher. What way to counter a taunt deck? A better taunt.
Where shall I strike?
And there's the Mountain Giant. Guess what doesn't deal well with 8/8s? Yup, everything I have. My Sunwalkers will be nice, but... Yep, there's a lot of shit coming our way. It's a standoff at the moment. If only I had some of those buffing creatures. I think we put the Hogger down right now, don't we? Yep. Let's out-taunt him. Unfortunately, then he's just gonna fill the fucking board with giants and kill me. Here's the thing, though. He can't attack with this, right? So basically, I have to just produce more taunts than he can produce giants, right? Oh my god! Fuck me! I'm done. Nope. Nope. Absolutely not. Oh, Jesus. Let's make a slight alteration. Okay, we're taking the raid leaders and the Direwolf Alphas out and replacing them with Innovates and Wild Growths. There we go. That was tragic and horrible. Oh my god. Well, so, Handlock beats the Taunt deck. Okay, good to know. Alright, we have altered the Taunt deck. Pray I do not alter it any further. I do not find it likely that we will get a win with this. I really don't. We're just tanking our rank at this point. But we had a decent amount of luck against the Shaman before the bullshit. So let's see what we can do here. Okay, so I guess we're having to toss everything again. Come on, Wild Growth. Fuck you. Well, that's unfortunate. He is hoping to pull a Wild Growth or an Innovate. Innovate Sen'jin would be okay. That would establish quite nice control early on. A Shield Bearer.
You shall not pass.
Mighty, truly mighty. Okay, so here's the thing about exchanging creatures with spells that give taunt. Who are you going to give the taunt to exactly? All of the other creatures that have taunt? No. That does not work. Well, this is still bad. We could play the Tauren Warrior, but I'm going to go with probably not. No Wild Growth, no Innovate, so that's brilliant. least he has no play. My shield bearer has gone. It's a sad state of affairs. Great, my other Iron Bark Protector. Just what I needed. It's okay, guys. We're taking no damage yet. We're halfway to dropping Iron Bark Protectors. This should be just fine. You should make a deck involving annoying the hell out of the opponent with priest cards. That's called a priest deck. All of them. Every last one. That's not a gimmick. That's just a priest. In the unlikely event. Okay, we have that.